Time for last orders at the bar, joined by the very lovely Kezia Noble. You're a dating expert, like a guru. You advise men on how to pull women. What's all that about? I mean, why can't men go out in a pub these days, have a couple of shandies and go over to a woman at the bar and offer to buy her a drink? Why can't they do that?
Because men are just very nervous now, and they've been over-relying on dating apps, so their banter's really bad. So they might be good at texting and, you know, quite good and, you know, making contact online. But in real life, because they've sort of neglected, you know, their banter, their chat, their body language, they feel that they're too nervous, they're too rusty almost to go and speak to a woman. Don't
you just feel like sometimes saying, get a grip, man, get out there and you know, be brave, go and talk to that woman?
Well, we do that. I mean, it is something that we say, which is like man up. At the end of the day, man up and go speak to her, because women are attracted to confident men. And just by you approaching her in a confident way, that is automatically going to be attractive. But it does take a little bit more than that, I'm afraid, because some of these guys have never approached a woman. So just saying, go approach, go speak to her, OK, fine, but what do I say? So we give opening lines also.
Is it a good idea to, when you approach a woman, to compliment her straight away, say, you're looking beautiful?
No.
OK.
You want to, first of all, give a compliment which is more about something that she's worked on, like maybe she's picked an outfit, something that maybe it's the way she carries herself, something that most guys don't choose. You know, most guys would just say, you're beautiful, which is a bit generic. Yeah. It can apply to a lot of women. But if you pick something a bit more specific, like, you know, I like the way that you said that, or I like your sense of humour, your smile, then when you started like engaging and talking and building up, you know, some conversation, then you can say something such as, you know, you're absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Or one that I like is, now I know why I'm attracted to you. And then you don't tell her.
Oh, OK. So, I mean, back in the day, I'm a little bit older than you, but back in the day when I used to go out with my friends on the pool, I had a couple of mates who were very successful, and I had a couple of mates who weren't successful, and they're probably watching this right now, but they had different techniques. And one technique we spoke about earlier, which is a little bit, well, I'll be honest with you, I've got one particular mate, and he will be watching this. He, if we went clubbing, he'd stand outside the women's toilets for an hour, 2 hours, and I used to say to him, why are you doing that? He said, well, at one stage, some stage during the evening, every woman will go to the toilet and I will ask everyone for the number. And he would come out with 2 or 3 numbers at the end of the night. And that was a numbers game for him. That's how he did it.
It's numbers game. If you just speak to a lot of people, eventually one's going to say yes. But I find that my clients, they don't want to just go for any woman. Like, they have... Like,
and they shouldn't be hanging around toilets, should they?
Or I tell them go to the smoking area. That's even if they don't smoke, they always have a packet of cigarettes with them. Yeah. And then so many people have met their future wife in the smoking area. Really? Because it's just a different vibe to when you're in the nightclub or the bar. It's a place where everyone starts talking to each other and starts vibing. It's just another little tip.
Good point. I suppose when they're having a fag, they're actually in a good mood then, aren't they?
They've got their hit.
Yeah, they've got their hit, yeah. Any do's or don'ts then?
Oh, God, so many. Yeah. OK, well...
What's the worst one? What's the big no-no?
Just don't be the nice guy, OK? And the nice guy doesn't mean that you shouldn't be the great guy. You know, be fun, be like a kind, caring person. I'm not saying that, but nice guy is like the filtered, watered-down version of yourself. You know, the guy that's just kind of like not bold, just nods his head in agreement with everything that she says. And it's just basically very passive and just hoping that he gets selected at some point by her. Yes, you've got to go in there as the selector, choosing the woman.
Yes, alpha male. What's the best chat-up line and what's the worst?
OK, so you can actually say anything, but if you do it in a way, you can get away with it and it can work. So if you said something like, you know, think of the worst chat-up line possible.
I don't know.
If I was a letter in the alphabet, I'd be you.
Get your coat you've pulled?
Yeah, something like that. Something terrible. But if you say it in a very kind of like playful way, and then you say to after, that was really bad, wasn't it? Actually, you'll be showing her your sense of humour and that you can have a laugh. So there's too much emphasis on what's the actual line I approach.
So I was out one night with my mates many years, decades ago, and my mate says, watch this. He went up to this woman and he says, are you married? She says, no. He says, do you want to be? And she threw a pint pot over him. A beer, and that was the end of that conversation. So,
none of my students have ever experienced anything like that. So maybe she was drunk.
Drunk, maybe. Yeah. It's a nasty thing to do, isn't it?
It
anyway, look, we're behind the bar, Kezia. We're going to do on the pull. I'll give you a pint pot. I think I'm going to use that. Have you ever poured a pint before? So you've got about 30 seconds to pull a pint, and then we're going to mark you out of 10.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. And I can tell you've never.
Can I have
done
any tips? No.
No. Oh, look at that. It's not very good. Very frothy.
Oh, okay. So I need to make it harder. Okay, got it.
Well, look at this.
I've never done it.
Hey, you never poured a pint. It tells, and then plonk it on the bar so the camera can see it.
It's like a milkshake.
That, guys, is a shocker. That is.
I'm a white wine girl.
I've been doing this show a year.
That's actually the worst one ever, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I've been doing this show a year, and that is awful. I've done a few of these, so I might be a little bit better. Hassan is behind the camera, so he's over there behind the camera. He's getting pretty good at this. And I'll have a go.
Can I have another go?
Do you want another go?
Yeah. Now I know what to do.
Okay. Go on then.
Okay.
And while you're pulling one...
I've noticed you do an angle. Okay.
So if a bloke come up to you in a bar and says, do you want a drink, love?
Yeah.
What would you say?
Oh, I'd say
And he was physically attractive.
I want a white wine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's physically attractive, yes. I want a white wine immediately. Okay, right, here we go.
Yeah, go.
Watch this. Watch it. Watch what I'm doing.
There you go. That's much better, Kezia. It's still a little bit frothy, love. I think you need more tilt.
More tilt.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right, it's Friday night.
Better. That is better.
It is better. It's still a shocker, though. It's better. It's Friday night. There'll probably be some blokes watching this show right now. They've just had a shave. They've put their aftershave on. They've got the chinos on. They've got the new shirt they've just bought. They're going out on the pull. Advice. They're going out now, Kezia. What are you going to say to them?
Be proactive. If you see a good-looking woman, don't wait around. Don't hover. Women don't want that. Go up to her. Be bold.
Yeah.
Approach her and just say to her, hey, what's the occasion tonight? Because women go out in a group usually, or 2 or 3 of them. Say, hey, what's the occasion?
And what about body language to look for in a woman? Is it true that when she flicks her hair looking at you, she's...
Oh, yeah, that's like a green light. You should go up to her, but you shouldn't just limit yourself to whether she's got the big smile on her face. She might have what we call resting bitchy face. So,
what's that?
Yeah, it's this.
Yeah.
And so no one will approach a woman like that, but she's just thinking, she's just resting.
Okay.
And you should approach any woman that you want and just don't limit yourself.
Yeah. So it is a numbers game, isn't it? There's
Well, yeah, but, you know, it's technique. No, there is technique.
There's a Jack for every Jill, I think.
You mean like a lid for every pot? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, there's somebody for everybody.
Well, yeah,
almost.
That's a nice story that a lot of guys believe, and then they come to me when they're like 50 years old going, I didn't find my Jill.
Really?
Yeah, and then we help them.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So what sort of success rate have you got?
100%.
They all end up
Yeah,
pulling?
all of them. I have video testimonials, everything, all on YouTube. Hundreds of video testimonials from guys of all ages from across the world who've done my courses.
So if there's some people out there that want your help, what do they do?
They go to my website, kezia-noble.com.
And within a year, you will be married. That is great. Thanks for that, Kezia. Lovely. Can you suck that in 30 seconds?
I've never drank beer.
No, never. Well, I'm going to sip now. That's On the Pull with Kezia Noble. Thanks, guys.